to another edition of Coffee with Cory. Special edition. We have Serena Weeks here and Kay Metzger for just a cool organization here in town called Bio Girls. And we'll get into it, but I'm going to read the mission statement here. It says, Bio Girls is on a mission to improve the mental health of adolescent girls through empowerment of self and connection with others. So when I first heard about this last year, Serena and I visited, and I was like, wow, we got to get this out there. And her program or session ended. So anyway, so we're here now, and let's talk about it, Serena. Yeah. So how did this get started here in town?
Yeah, okay. So I was at a chamber event, and they were talking about Bio Girls in Fargo, that the headquarters is in Fargo, and they wanted to reach all of North Dakota. They didn't want it to just be specific to that area. Mm-hmm. So they were looking for people who would be site directors and bring it to their area. It was just the right time in my life for looking for somewhere that I could be serving. And I hopped on a lunch and learn. They do them on their website all the time. If you can't attend a live one, you can watch a Zoom meeting of it. And so I hopped on that and listened to their mission and what their goal was. And it was just like, oh, yeah. And so while I was listening to it, it said, okay, that's the gist of it. And if you would want to consider being a site director, stay on, and we're gonna get into that. And it was like, absolutely, I'm staying on. Like, we need this in Williston. I really wanted it in our community. So stayed on, listened to that. It's a process to become a director. They don't take that lightly. You're responsible for kids, and so it's a big deal.
They do a background check, probably.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah, kind of like teaching,
right?
Yeah.
So there's an interview process that you go through. They need to know that you can stand in front of kids and capture their attention and talk and all of that process. So I went through all of that and was just all on board. I knew I wanted it in Williston.
Yeah, that's so cool. And what age group are we talking about? Who can sign up?
Yeah, so the participants are 2nd through 6th grade girls.
Okay.
The statistics for what happens with a girl's self-esteem, mental health, all of that it just plummets from 2nd grade to 6th grade. And so we want to capture those girls when they still are feeling positive, and then
have some confidence.
Exactly.
Before they get sucked into this, right?
Right. And then help them through those next stages of having some tools in their tool case for how to handle.
Such a key age. You get a range there, but such a key age for sure. And you have mentors. Right. And you have one here with you.
Absolutely.
And Kay, so how did you become a mentor?
Yeah, so thanks for your support, Cory. It's really nice to visit with you guys about Bio Girls in our community in Williston. I also did the Lunch and Learn through the chamber and was really impressed by the mission and kind of what this organization stood for. And I was also looking for some sort of volunteer or giving back experience for my life here in Williston. I'm not from here, and so as I've made Williston my home, I've really tried to find ways to be intentional, and this has been a really great way to do so.
Yeah, what a wonderful thing. Bio Girls. So maybe expand on bio. One of you about why is it bio?
Yeah. So Bio Girls, that stands for Beautiful Inside and Out. And so every day we show up with these girls, whether we're having a good day or they're having a bad day. My goal is to remind them that they're beautiful inside and out, and that they can do hard things, and that they're worthy to be here.
That's huge. That is so huge. And you have a set number because it'd be cool if you had 500 girls.
Yeah.
But you don't have the capacity to do that. You have a limit of 45?
40 girls.
40.
So they have done tons of market research. All of our curriculum is based on market research that they've done with psychologists, professionals, and that's how they create our lessons. And one of those pieces is finding out that sweet spot for how many girls should be in a group. And so, yeah, we would love to have a lot more girls, but each group is limited to 40 participants.
In this season, because you did last year, but right now you currently have 12.
Yeah, 14 registered today.
And
yeah.
it opens September 12th.
Yeah. No, August 12th.
August 12th.
That's all right.
I'm in a month ahead.
So
yeah.
August 12th, our registration opened,
Okay.
but September 8th is our first meeting. So you want to make sure girls are all registered, and we've got that roster full on the 8th when we get started.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And why did you want to do this?
Yeah. So that's one of the things that we really talk about is our why. We have to have a why for putting in the time and commitment that we do. And for me, I had a low self-esteem when I was in junior high school. I was making poor choices. And I just thought how powerful to have a group like this that are teaching our girls that they are beautiful and that it doesn't matter what the mean girl says, and what.
There's mean girls?
Yeah, right? Who
Yes.
would have known? Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was just a really important thing to me, that parents or guardians, whomever the participants are living with, that they have another support for their child. It's we all know that parenting is important, and you want a strong home, but when a child has someone else other than a parent that's on their side and that's a positive mentor and role model, that's just huge in their life. So that was a big deal to me.
And you had a couple key people in your life back then.
Absolutely, I did. Yeah, I grew up with just some amazing ladies. One of them reached out and said, her partner that they had started a ministry when I was young would be so proud to know that this is what you're doing now. And I love that, because it really is that reach, that we plant these seeds and we give these girls tools, and then it can just grow into so much more.
That's so cool. And it's a non-profit.
Yes, yeah. So BioGirls is nonprofit. The headquarters is out of Fargo, but when you sign up to be a director, they literally hand you a turnkey program. So right now in my house is a tote that is taking up a large amount of space.
Yeah.
I always send a picture to the girls and go, it's getting real, because now my entryway is full. But they send you a tote with everything that you need. It is literally every lesson, the girls' journals, anything that I would need to teach a lesson is all in this amazing tote.
So you don't have to recreate the wheel.
Exactly.
Okay.
Right.
The number of glue sticks that we may need for that event is in our tote, and so we are fully prepared. And then, since we're that prepared, we can really be engaged and invest in our youth.
And is it just you two with this group, or is there more helpers?
Yeah. So every group has 10 mentors.
10.
You have to have 10 adult mentors, and then you're allowed 2 junior mentors. And so those are girls that are quite old enough to be a mentor yet, but man, we have had some amazing junior mentors that it's just like having a whole nother mentor in the room. Yeah. And
had probably just as much impact at times, I suppose.
Absolutely.
So you have a really good ratio if it's 10 to 40 kids. That's their sweet spot.
Exactly.
Right.
That's the beauty, is 4 girls are in each small group.
Okay.
So you have,
Because 3 kind of tough with kids, right?
Yeah.
3's just one's not being
not
included.
So when you have one adult pouring into just 4 girls, you really you have more time. I'm going to let Kay talk about being a mentor because I'm
Yeah.
always leading the bigger groups. So
let's get to you,
Yeah.
Kay. And why don't you become part of this? I know, being part of a service organization is important. It's great that you're giving back. But was there something that inspired you?
Sure. I mean, I cannot thank my parents enough for raising me. Of course, they did the best they could with the resources they had. But I was still exposed as a child to some abuse and addiction. And so it is important to me, and I have learned that the female mentors I had throughout my life have made me the wife, the professional, the friend that I am today. And I want that for these girls in our community. They can be good people, and they are good people. They just need to learn how and to build that confidence.
Yeah, no, that's well said and so true. So if the girl was in last year, are they graduated out, or can they come back again?
So all of our curriculum changes every 3 years. And so the lessons that the girls are doing, it will always be new to them. Because the second, third, fourth graders, while we're working on the same lesson, they give us a little more advanced things to do with those fifth and sixth graders.
Yeah.
And so you're always seeing new curriculum when they sign up year after year.
Nice,
We
so
love
new
that.
to them.
Yeah.
And you said you have 10 total mentors. There's 8 more other than you guys. So I mean, are they other women?
Yeah.
Or is there men? Or is it just women?
So Bio Girls does allow men to be mentors, but in our group, we have only seen female mentors.
Okay. So, well, that's cool. Is there anything else that the public should know? Because I think this should get out there. I know you'll fill up, and it'll happen quick. What else can we tell the community out there about Bio Girls?
Yeah, I think the one thing I just want to share again is just that desire that we have to have more groups. So it would be amazing to have more there could be just an endless number in Williston of groups, and so we could be reaching those 100 and that 500. So I'm gonna let Kay talk about maybe that
So
being
you
a
have some big
possibility.
goals. You got some big goals
We
to grow
do.
this. So what was
Well,
one of your goals?
I mean, I think first and foremost, we need to thank our community here in Williams County because they've allowed us to now be here for 3 years. And every year we're full, so that it's working. And I cannot tell you how many times I've seen some of our girls outside in our community. Actually, funny story, I was at a work event and I didn't even realize that one of my participants was there. And she came up to me and she was almost shocked that, she was seeing me in the wild.
You got a different job or a
she's-
real job?
Yeah, she goes, "Do you remember me? I was in Bio Girls. Like, I'm so excited to do it again this year." And that just reminded me how valuable this is, and we need to continue it. So part of that for me is I would love to start another group in Williston.
And it's
Maybe
not
for-
free though, right? So you
Yeah.
need some sponsorship possibly. How much is it to start
Yeah.
another group?
So to start another site in Williston, we would need to raise $5,000.
$5,000
per year.
Wow. I know there's some generous people out there, so you'd be surprised. Maybe it's not this year, maybe it's the next, but I know there's a lot of strong women out there and successful women, so I hope that you can achieve that for sure. So is this a different group, different kind of setting, or what is it would be different from your existing?
Sure. So if we were to start another group, I would be really interested in starting a cross-training group. So part of the component of Bio Girls is the first half of the session we're teaching life lessons. So maybe we're teaching them about how to talk nice to their bodies, or maybe we're teaching them about deodorant. I mean, I had the deodorant talk 2 years ago, and I was like, oh no, what do I tell this girl? It's going to be embarrassing for her, but she needs to know. So in the beginning of the session, we talk about a life skill, and there's a theme around the evening. There's some workbook activity, and then at the end, we will run with the girls.
Like physically run?
Yep, so we're training to do a 5K.
Oh, nice.
And so if we were to start another group, we would still have that learning component, and then at the end, there'd be space to move our bodies, move our blood.
And if they can't run, can they still be part of it?
Absolutely. You can walk. Anyone with any ability can come and join us.
That's awesome. And that what you said initially is so huge, that positive self-talk. Because if they're not talking nice to themselves, it's not a lot coming out that's positive, probably, right?
Exactly. Yeah. One of the lessons that we did last year was learning how to fail well, because we'll fail.
Yeah.
And girls have such a fear of failing that then they get caught in that perfectionist trap.
Yeah,
and
I believe it. Yep.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
if I'm not perfect and if I don't do this perfect, I don't want to do it, and I'm gonna be mean about it because I'm so nervous and so afraid of failing. And so when we taught this lesson of failing well, part of it was asking yourself, what is the worst thing that could happen? And then you answer that out loud. What is the worst thing that could happen, and can you live with that?
Yeah.
And so one of the girls said, the worst thing that would happen is my friend's not going to talk to me again. We said, okay, can you live with that? And she had to think about it and say, I can. Like, okay. So if the worst were to happen, you're going to make it through.
Yeah.
So that's just one lesson
That's so
of
huge.
a night.
I mean, most people, I don't know, don't understand. Failure is such a huge teaching thing, and it's such a good springboard to the next thing. And I agree with you. Young kids, and especially girls, can have a tough time with that.
Yeah.
And
our girls basketball coach.
Right.
You've had a little experience
little
with
bit.
girls failing.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, and so for myself too, you think, but I encourage people to try different things, and when you fail at something, to me, those are the biggest learning points, and I've learned a lot of things, and still learning, and think a lot of people are scared of that, scared of conflict, and I've gotten to. I'm not scared of those things, and that's what I'm sure you guys are encouraging them to be strong and be confident in whatever they're doing. But no, so this is a cool organization, and I hope you guys the very best in it, and it sounds such a cool thing to be part of. Anything else we're missing?
I was gonna say, before we wrap up, can I just go over dates again?
Yeah. Absolutely.
I definitely want to hit on dates again. So registration opened on August 12th. It is first come, first serve. So if you register your daughter, you are in, but there's only 40 spots. And so September 8th is our first meeting. So you want to make sure that you've got your daughter signed up and in there by September 8th for that first one.
And our sessions are Monday evenings.
Monday evenings.
At the ARC. We're really appreciative of the ARC for donating that space to us. So Monday evenings for 12 weeks, starting September 8th. And Serena, correct me on the time. Is it 6 to 7:30 is when we have those kiddos? 6
to 7:30. Awesome. So is there a cost? How much is it?
Yeah. Okay, so the cost is $270 for a girl to sign up for those 12-week sessions. Okay. If there's a financial need, there's room for that. So it's loosely based on like free and reduced lunch. Sure. So if you qualify for that, then you qualify for the sponsors, the scholarships that we have available. So all of that's on our website. Biogirls.org is the main site, but really to know more about our site is Biogirls Williston ND on Facebook. So that Facebook is where we have everything.
The connection.
Yeah.
And if somebody wanted to, whether it's a male, female, business, can they donate to you, their organization, and say, I want to sponsor so many kids?
Yeah. So any donations, because we're nonprofit, are tax deductible. So that's awesome. And then any donation that comes in from the area where there's a site goes directly to that site. So if someone wants to donate to the Williston site, your dollars are staying local. They're coming right here.
They're not going to Nashville.
Nope, they're not. Yeah. They're not even going to Fargo.
They're staying
they're staying right in the community where we have it. So
no, that's awesome.
there are lots of sponsors, and so we are so appreciative of them. But I just want to do a shout out for One Oak. One Oak last year donated, it was $4,000 last year to start a group. Our costs have increased a little, but One Oak wanted to see another site, and so they donated $4,000 last year so that we could have our group this year. So just a huge shout out
Nice
to them.
work.
Thank you for doing that. We also get the community grant from Star Fund, and then we've got the ARC and G&G Pharmacy, I know, is another one. Just amazing. But we just love when someone wants to come along and say, here's a whole nother group for you.
Yeah,
How awesome.
no, that's so cool. And in Williston, it has been known to be such a giving community, and
Definitely.
especially for young women, young girls, second grade through sixth
Yeah.
grade.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else, Kay? Am I missing anything else?
I would just say I can't say enough about how great this program is. At the beginning of the 12 weeks, the girls come in and they don't want to run because school was hard today. And by the end of it, they're so excited to show off that they can run a 5K. It's pretty cool and special to see.
Oh yeah, I bet. Anything else?
No,
Serena?
that's
That is
it.
So
Thank you.
cool. Beautiful inside and out Bio Girls here in Williston. You can be part of it. Check it out. And thank you, Serena.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kay.
Yeah.
Till next time.